blessed Lord. Father, I lift them up to you. Father, educate them for yourself. Do for them what they cannot do for themselves. Pass by every schoolhouse this morning. I bring all the teachers before you. I bring all the principals in your hand this morning, Lord. All workers here and everywhere. I bring them before you this hour, blessed Lord, my God and my King. Look over all your children this morning, Lord, and have mercy. I bring the Prime Minister before you. You know that son better than I do, by name and by number. But this morning, blessed Lord, wheresoever I locate, my God and my King, I bring all the ministers before you. For I ask in you, Lord, to have mercy this hour, blessed Lord. Mercy I ask, and mercy is our total plea. Remember the opposition party. I bring the minister before you, Lord. Remember him this hour, blessed Lord. Dr. Kid by name and by number. I bring all the ministers before you this hour, Lord. Look over each and every one. Guide and protect. Bind together this hour, Lord. And have mercy, Jesus, my God and my King. Father, this morning, Lord, is a morning what none of us didn't expect to behold, but just the mercy of you, we behold a bright and getting up morning. Father God, remember your nation, children and grandchildren, and great-grand this our Lord. Remember our workers here and everywhere. Remember the entire force I bring before you. Pass by our police station this our Lord. Remember the SSU. Pass by every camp this our Lord. Father, you in charge. You are the maker of each and every one of them. We may not know, we may not tell, but you are the maker of each and every one. You know every one of them this our Lord. Father, pass by the sick and afflicted one, those in the home and those by the hospital, those preparing themselves for the operation table. I ask you, Master, to give the doctor the eyes of faith to do what he's supposed to do this hour, Lord. Those in childbirth, I ask you for safe deliverance for each and every one. Remember all the nurses, remember all the doctors, all the workers, my God and my King. Pass by every driver this morning. The buses I bring before you, the driver, the conductor, the passenger, even the boat on the ocean, Father, the plane in the air this hour. Remember the Coast Guard on the seawater. Remember the fishermen, Lord, they depend on you to have a catch. This hour, blessed Lord. I bring that son before you this morning, Lord. You know him better than he do. You know him by name and you know him by number. Master, you are acquainted to him. Remember he whom he left behind. Keep it safe night and day. Leave no veins where Satan could enter. Guide him and protect him, Lord. Bless him if thou be so pleased. Shatter Satan chain towards that son, my God and my King. Mr. Andre, I bring before you this hour, blessed Lord. Remember that son this hour, Lord. Pass by the home you lend unto him. Remember him this morning. Guide him and protect him. Thank you for everything for him this hour, Lord. The offspring of his body, wheresoever they locate, guide them and protect them. All those who are they dwelling with, remember them in the days of mercy. Father God, I bring his staff before you this morning, Lord. Each and every one of them, both male and female, they are in your hand this morning. Bind them together like one bundle of stick that cannot be broken. My God and my King, take them in charge. Teach them to love and to unite and to understand each other. My God and my King, remember the Focana in that radio station. Remember the Bonding Center and even the Chancellor, the entire of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. Father, keep that place safe night and day. Keep it clean. Leave no veins where Satan could enter this hour, Lord. Satan is a busy adversary. He mashing here and he bruising too. But I know you is able, Lord. Remember that village this hour, Lord. St. Patrick, I bring before you. My God and my King, my village and my people this hour, blessed Lord. Look over each and every one of us. Bless us if thou be so pleased, as you taught the disciple to say, Our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil, for there is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you very much.
Okay, pleasant day.
You too.
All right.
All right, take care. What you say? When you talk, when you go, when you go. What you say?
Say good morning to Basecar inside of London, England. Always locking it down. Mr. Belfont, good morning to you. Kit Sylvan, how you doing, brother? Miss Ferguson, have yourself a special day. Yeah. Mr. Lennox, I can't forget you, man. 9 minutes past 7 o'clock my time.
To get a share. Wolf in sheep clothing.
Errol Bonaparte, good morning to you. Michelle Alexander.
No
Teresa Joseph. Raul Lewis.
You gotta be careful.
Yvonne Roberts, good morning. Gemma Warwood, good morning as well. Can't forget Miss Anna Andrews is out there inside of Toronto.
There you go.
And I got some people inside of Brooklyn, New York, always locking it down. Mr. Watson, the whole squad, always in.
When you're talking.
Boy, we got a show in stores for you this morning.
You gotta be careful, careful.
Can't forget my aunt and uncle inside of Toronto. Morning, morning, morning. Wake up and drink some coffee. This thing come like gospel in the morning time, huh? The people listening via 91.9, good morning. People listening via 91.5 inside of St. George's. To the southeast and southwest. Have yourselves a blessed day.
Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy. Man, you have to move with care.
Can't forget at Velma's restaurant this morning for breakfast. She got local herbal tea, coffee, coconut bakes with fried breadfruit, smoky rain, saltfish, and a bit of green salad. For lunch, she got cuckoo with okra and kalaloo, stew chicken, stew fish sounds good, coleslaw, rice and peas and pumpkin. And she got fruit juice, that's for lunch. And the soup of the day is Wills. And for dinner, my favorite, burgers and fries. Yes! It's Political Wednesday, people. Fetlin Hallie Douglas. I hope I got your name right. Good morning.
In your search for happiness, you got to leave a little room for loneliness.
Let me say good morning to Mrs. Clark too. I met some different people last night.
All over.
Igwe.
Before you realize.
Don't so is it.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
All right, at 7:20 we got the weather coming up. I'm going to take a break and we'll be back after this.
How you doing it? If you do, when you do it.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. When you're moving, which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before it's realized it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Good morning again, folks. As we head over to the Met office, we're speaking with Jerry and Marischal. Good morning.
Hi, good morning to you and good morning to all listeners. It's currently here today at the Bishop International Airport. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 1012.2 millibars, which is below the norm, but is currently rising. Present temperature is 28.3 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.8 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature last night 26.7 degrees Celsius. Rainfall over the past 24 hours recorded here at the Point Celine was just a trace, hence the total for the month remains at 63.9 millimeters. So here is the public weather forecast, valid for today and tonight. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief to light or moderate morning showers and nighttime showers. Today's maximum temperature is expected to be 31.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are expected to be low at 1 p.m. and high again at 8 p.m. Today's sunset is at 6:27 and tomorrow's sunrise 5:43 a.m. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a brief light to moderate morning and nighttime showers. From the Met office, Jerry and Marischal.
All right, thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
.5 Real FM got you covered.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their value valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electricity.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize
Igwe. Good morning.
Morning.
How things, man?
Not too bad.
You sure?
Not too bad. I can't complain. Normal. I get up this morning, I wake up, I say my little prayers. Everything was good. We're alive. What about you?
Well, things is okay.
Yeah, we there. You had to okay?
The gadget getting a little issue this morning. I don't know what is the problem.
I go through that day.
Well, morning, folks. Morning.
That was nice.
Morning to all the listeners of Real FM. All the platforms of Real FM. Good morning to you all. Real Expressions for Wednesday, 24th May 2023. Political Wednesday, where everything political could be discussed. Grenada still remain my constituency with Real FM, my parliament, and I'm the spokesperson. And I'm protected by the Ancient of Days. The word this morning we go use James 3:17 from the King James Version. But the wisdom that is from above is fine. For the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceably, gently, and easy to be in. I choked, but I don't know how this man. Full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. That's the word this morning. I don't know if I wake up this morning and the vocal cords. Yeah, but we go get through it. Now, Igwe, with all the noise and bluster and all we've been treated to on social media for the past fortnight, as the topic says, does fortnight pay make sense? One cannot forget what keeps the ordinary man up at night, Igwe. And it is the bread and butter issues. Because at the end of the day, after you come out from social media, you still have to contend that the inflation is 6%. You still have to deal with the cost of living. You still have to deal with food prices because you gotta eat, Igwe. In cases where you're working in the public service and other place, you still have to contend that union dues has increased. You have to contend to the fact that once you're a worker, that NIS has increased. You have to contend to the fact that this present administration has not created jobs for the ordinary man. You have to contend to the fact that the needy assistance for the needy persons has been not what it used to be accustomed to be. You still have to contend to the fact that the 150 has been removed, thus impacting on taxation, Igwe, electricity, in terms of levy and VAT, water, in terms of levy, the healthcare. And we've been hearing in recent days, Igwe, the situation of medical stations where we don't have medicine, even in the mental institution and even in the village or district medical facilities. We have the deputy commissioner indicating an upsurge in crime, so the population is not feeling safe. The rights of workers has been trampled on, Igwe. And these are the bread and butter issues that confronts the ordinary man. This government is lack in terms of focusing on the critical issues facing the ordinary man. And these are the issues, Igwe, that faces the ordinary man every day, people like me and you, Igwe. How is inflation affecting us? The cost of living, the food prices, increasing the NIS because we have to pay NIS mandatory. We know a lot of friends of ours who lost their jobs, Igwe. The needy assistance, because even when persons used to be assisted in paying their water and so on, and in recent times we're hearing a lot of people water is being cut off. We continue to clamor and listen to the plight of the persons under the seed program with the removal of the 150 Igwe. And a lot of people are attributing to the fact that they cannot purchase the medication. In terms of when they go to pay the electricity bills, it is required for them to pay more, and that 150 was like a cushion. And the intent of the 150 by the past NNP administration was simply to cushion the effect of cost of living. And that has been removed, so Igwe. So this thing is bothering a lot of people in this country. And those of us who pretend, because there are some who pretend that these things is not an issue. And, you know, they keep speaking as if they're living in a different place to the one we're living in Igwe. Igwe, the maintenance of the social safety net programs, Igwe, is one for concern. Because you've been around Igwe, I've been around. And when you listen to the complaints, and the complaints is not only for persons who you believe is not supportive of this present administration anyway. The complaint comes from even persons who support this administration. Because the food prices, Igwe, has not gone down. And you have to cut on the amount of food you could buy with the amount of money you have. Because you have to consider water, increasing payment. You have to consider electricity. And housing still remain an issue, Igwe. Because we had this situation in Kariku where persons was given the okay and then they took back the keys and so on from them. So housing, and these are the bread and butter issues, Igwe. These issues confront the ordinary man every day. These are the issues that keep you up at night, wondering how and what would happen the next day. And we ought not to get lost by all that is happening. But we have to ask the question, this present administration, how and what measures did they bring to assist in those bread and butter issues? We have seen and heard pronouncement of the CBI program and figures was quoted as to how many persons are working because of that. But we don't feel in it, Igwe. Just like justice must not only be done, it should seem to be done. Those things you have to feel it. Job creation, Igwe. We have seen things, and I was in a discussion with a couple persons and we were talking about what has been done so far by this administration. And we came to the conclusion that all of the projects was just a continuation of projects from the past administration, Igwe. And one person in the group said, by the NDC has a capital project, so I was like, well, tell me what it is. And they say, Master Carl, the send home, make go, take work project. Because by now, over 2,500 persons has lost their job. Over 25 persons who was working as of June 22, 2022, is not working now, Igwe. And these are the issues that confront the single mothers, the women, and in the cases, men who have been the provider to the household. So when you look at it, you lost your job, one, and then you still have to contend with all the issues. So we ought not to be distracted by what is going on social media. Because at the end of the day, the inflation is still here with us at 6% equal. The cost of living is here with us. Everything has gone up. Food prices equal. NIS increase. No jobs being created. Even persons who had been assisted is of no more. The assistance is not there anymore. We still have a housing issue. And in the budget presentation, healthcare was touted to be the area of health, was touted to be the area where more or most will be done. But it is sad that even basic medicine is not present in those places, Igwe. And that is sad. So even when you get sick, and not only that, Igwe, it is not present in the medical facilities, one. But the same 150 or the assistance that was given by the NNP, so you could have obtained the medication, is no more. So it's like a double stroke. Because you don't have, and to get it outside of that, you don't have the means to get it. And this, Igwe, to me, is the crux of the matter, is the issues that keep the ordinary man up at night, wondering where would he find his bread the next day. Now, when we come here, Igwe, we speak on issues. We may criticize, but our criticism is never hate-based. But what we see on social media, hate is taken up to 2.0, Igwe.
We have to always make with people know the social media thing real.
Yeah.
I could do all kind of things on social media too.
Yeah.
That real.
Now I tell you about the issues of cost of living is really good.
That is real.
And you have people who are on social media, as you say, doing anything.
Yeah.
They're being paid. They're getting paid to spread hate.
So you're paying a man to talk.
To spread hate.
What?
Even on social media in recent days, Igwe, I was going through, and I bounced up on one where somebody who is not known to be a supporter of the NNP, Miss Rolanda McQueen, even finding it, difficult to understand why there's so many disrespect and hatred towards Dr. Mitchell by persons whom you believe ought to know better, even in the House of Parliament. And you ask yourself, are we serious as a people?
Inside it on dog show.
Or we ramp up the hate rhetoric so high that even in the House of Parliament was supposed to be a honorable house, quote unquote. Yeah. You're getting the hate being spewed.
Well, a school child telling me they know cost of living affecting SGU as well. Them students and them going Barbados instead of Grenada. Things getting too high down here.
Igwe, and that I tell you is what confronts the ordinary man, Igwe. We're not talking about those who get in the 2.2 million from GDP and the 1.7, and those who get in the 10 million from financial institutions. We're talking about the ordinary Joe. Igwe, and that is a concern. Because the question you have to ask, with all the song and dance, with all the fanfare of this administration, what has been done to address these things, Igwe? Now, what has been done to address the cost of electricity? Because the past NNP administration had the 25% on non-fuel charges, Igwe. It had no levy, and it didn't have no VAT. This administration remove the 25% non-fuel charge. They bring a levy and they bring VAT. Water had no levy, no water has levy. Healthcare was not 100% equal, but it was a lot better than now. Housing, there was an attempt by the past administration through the Chinese, and then he had a housing assistance program, even to the fact that he had a housing brigade that used to help persons, and that, no. We had stability in this country. Social stability, real stability. No, it's all that is going on with the RGPF, people not feeling safe. And to confirm that, the Deputy Commissioner of Police indicated to the nation that crime is on the upsurge. Igwe workers' rights. We could remember in the reign of the NNP, how often the unions used to be pounding the pavement. They used to be on the asphalt. Now, with over 2,500 people losing a job, you don't hear in the union workers. So, you know, workers' rights is of no more. Inflation has grown to 6% equal. And we cannot deny that. Look, you mentioned that a school child message you and tell you, yes, cost of living causing people to go in other jurisdiction other than here.
Yeah.
Food prices, we know, added to the fact that we have VAT on sugar and sugar products, Igwe. NIS had increased by 1%, and we know that. Job creation, there's no viable mean by this administration of job creation. Assistance to needy people at that cut. And then, you know, to add insult to injury, the $150 even. Because 150, it seems to be a very significant number with the present administration. And then you find the government is going into quote-unquote gambling with the lotto, with the bingo. So, persons, the ordinary man cost of living, after all that happened to him, the government now is come and enticing him with $150,000 to spend even the little he may have. So in terms of cost of living, nothing significant has been done. And all the talk, about dock salaries with the teachers, all the talk about the retroactive in terms of pension payment, we don't feel in that in the economy. You're not feeling that in the economy. It's maybe the 2% who may have received that. What's all the other 98% of persons? So it's okay to boast and say you pay pension and you pay the dock salary, but what percentage of the population has received that? Less than 2%, Igwe? Less than 2%. So what's all the 98% of ordinary people in this country, Igwe? And these are the issues. So like you say, one ought not to follow social media and get sidetracked or distracted. When you're in your bed at night, in your sober moments, the bread and butter issues is the one that concern you most, Igwe. And in my view, and in the view of so many people in this country, this present administration has not been doing or has not shown us how they intend to deal with or treat with this issue. Because we could remember in the Prime Minister's one of his statement, he said, nobody is coming to help us. Nobody will help. So he just confirmed that even the government is not willing to help the ordinary man, Igwe. And then one might talk about job creation. And listen to that, Igwe. If 10 persons was working and you take the job from 10 persons and you give it to 10 persons,
Still minus 10.
the job situation remains the same. And that we see happening because in recent times, you hear a lot of persons who had security contracts equally complaining of the fact that these contracts has been removed from them equally. And with the removal of the contract, the workers out of our bread. And that is the real situation. So for these people, the bread and butter issues still remain. How would I take care of myself and my family? Now, we always say we can't expect government to do anything, everything. But government has to create the enabling atmosphere for things to thrive. They have to create that and they're not doing that. Because everything now is our tax. Look at the situation now with the barbers, the hairdressers and things. And there's a lot of people that believe standard, yes. But like one barber say, okay, you want to improve standard, would you also mandate that price standard improve? Because the man, like he argue, okay, well, you have to get all these things done. But we can't charge in the $15 and $20 for haircut now. We have to charge $30 and $30 and $50.
Yeah, $50 or $40. Maybe.
And then because they have to pay for the license and so on every year. So you see, he more believe that it's just a measure of taxing them. Getting our money out of them.
But the barbers go suffer.
You understand? Yeah. And these are the bread and butter issues, that confronts the ordinary man every day. So the ordinary man now ought not to be sidetracked. And the ordinary man, knows which administration best cater for his needs. So in recent times, the NNP has been imploring persons to get registered. It is important that persons get registered and are ready for any eventuality. I was listening to one of the meetings the New National Party had last night through your medium, and it was explained by the General Secretary to persons. Because there is this clamor for leadership, there's this clamor for convention. And I really love how he break it down. He explain delegates, and when you're satisfied that delegates are in place, then you could consider having convention and all this kind of thing. But at the end of the day, the NNP is a bona fide political party. The NNP has gone through a lot and continue to thrive. And one knows there will be differences of opinion, Gates. There are differences of opinion. But at the end of the day, it is about Grenada. And I always say that good sense will prevail. But persons of NNP, you have to know, we have to get registered and we have to get ourselves together.
Ready up.
NNP as a united force will be unstoppable. And they know that. So the distractors are putting out things to distract us and to divide and rule. And we see, and Igwe, the sad part of this thing, even the unions and the so-called critical thinkers in this country sitting idly by and watch the police force being politicized Igwe. Promotion, confirmation exercise. Because they know the police don't supposed to speak out publicly. But the TUC, seeing that they and the police does negotiate jointly, they could speak for and let persons understand what is going on. Because I tell you, at the end of the day, what confronts the ordinary man is what keeps him up at night. And these are the issues that keep him up. Igor, you're going to take a break and come back.
All right, I was tracking the time too.
Real FM got you covered.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Certes in the Quasi. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. We now have a portable EKG machine that gives you accurate readings by using just 2 fingers. And that's not all. If you're suffering from any respiratory conditions such as asthma, bronchitis, COPD, or seasonal allergies, we have a nebulizer machine that can safely treat these. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, vaginal warts, hernias, and C-sections. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. Eye testing is also available at the clinic by appointment only with Dr. Mabel Veritas Lugo. They are in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272. That number's again 423-3352 or 444-4272. Put your health first.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Rhythms of Spice is back Sunday, June 11, 3 p.m. at Mount Cinnamon Lawn. A spicy, classy explosion of Grenadian talent featuring Project Music, Fahrenheit, Zorina Andel, Godson Brown, Cool Jazz Band, Angel Hobbs, Tivoli Dancers, and special guest Tony Paul and Vonette Bigford from Trinidad. Rhythms of Spice, June 11, 3 p.m. Mount Cinnamon Lawn. Tickets $50 on sale at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, Art and Soul, Spiceland Mall. Get to Children's Pharmacy in Granville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Sponsors Grenada Tourism Authority, Ministry of Culture, Kalinaga Hotel, Hubbard's, Real FM, HD Sounds, Danny D, Bryden's, Independence Agencies, Gabriel's Rental, Cafe Skyline, and Gomorn Medical. Walk with your picnic chairs and beach towels.
Vidscope Communication invites the general public to a customer service workshop to be held on Saturday, June 3rd, 2023 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. facilitated by Ms. Shelma Wells. Areas for discussion: what is customer service? 10 rules for great service. What customers expect. Culture of commitment. Handling different types of customers. Customer retention. Ethical issues. Effective communication, and more. Contact us at 457-1990 or 435-0277. For registration and info, email vidscope1@gmail.com. Register now as space is limited.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Asking me what is wrong with Trinidad. You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-Car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Welcome back, folks. Remember, you could call in now. The number is 442-0175. Igwe?
Yeah, Igwe. There's a other issue I just want to touch on. One.
You could touch it.
Public Service Commission. We've been speaking about the Public Service Commission maybe for the past fortnight, Igwe. And one person who was not pleased with how the Public Service Commission dealt with them took it up, and PSC lost. Let's take the call.
Hello, call on the WhatsApp.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. What I want to say, I remember a couple years back, a certain person right now in the force, well, it was all over news, but I don't know if I could call the name. He was an inspector, and he and some others took the government to court for promotion.
Yeah.
So maybe Mrs. Pierre husband might have to do that because he's way qualified, and they bypass him. I don't think for have been acting in that he been working in that position for so long, and then you just bypass him and give all kind of people who not even qualify promotion. It's not fair to him. So maybe he should consider, taking the government to court as that particular person did, right? Take the government to court. This is my my thought for the day on that matter, my friend.
Okay, so take care and be blessed.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, Igwe. So one person has had some success in that. So I believe that might be the blueprint going forward. Because you remember sometime last week, the whole social media again was about $130,000 and so. But you don't hear in this one now. Social media don't want to be part of this one, the Public Service Commission. And what is interesting, Igwe, that matter has to do with what it is called leaking of information. And the whole thing of information being leaked. So that's the first one. And we ain't hearing nothing about Susu, Igwe. I mentioned a bit about capital project earlier on, Igwe. And I need to read something here from the government of Grenada. Press release. And just to zero in on something that even yesterday I heard the flowers planting guy, talk about it. The government of Grenada is pleased to confirm that the United Kingdom, through its Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, and the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, by letter dated May 16th, 2023, has reconfirmed grant financing of 16.3 million, that look like 16.3 million, under the United Kingdom Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund facility for the implementation of capital phase of the Southern St. George's Water Supply Project. The Southern St. George's Water Supply Expansion Project. Due to several factors, including significant delays, the FCDO also expressed regret that it has been unable to secure UK CIF funding for the capital phase of the Western Road Corridor Upgrade Project. The government of Grenada extends profound gratitude to the UK government and the CDB for their generous support, patience, and commitment. Importantly, the government also takes this opportunity to refute that the new administration is responsible for the CIF, the project loss. Listen, the UK government, in an earlier letter dated 16th November 2020, advised that it was unable to confirm the UK CIF funding for the capital phase of the Southern St. George Water Expansion Project and the Western Main Road Upgrade Project due to a number of reasons, which include the current uncertainty in the UK, pressure on the UK, and budget and delayed state of project. So, the same set of people, Igwe. Let me take the calls. We'll come back to that.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yeah, I heard a lady a while ago, I think 2 calls ago. She spoke exactly what I had in my mind. A few years ago, police officers who were denied or thought they were denied promotion sought regress in the court.
Yeah.
Redress in the court.
Yeah.
And if there are so many policemen that have been denied these wrongs, I figure they should do the same thing. Take the matter to court and get your promotion. I wouldn't call his name. I had a good friend. He was a sergeant at the time, and he took the matter to court, and then he had to be reinstated as an inspector.
Okay.
So if people are so grieved, I think the court, regardless of what's going on, I think the court's still working. and they should take the matter to
I think,
court.
as a matter of fact, I think about 22 or more persons have already sought that route.
Well, definitely. Well, I mean, put it in the news, man. Let us hear it in the news.
Yes.
That is their right, and they have all right to do it. You feel aggrieved, take the matter to court. That's what the court
You
is
look
there
for redress.
You look for your redress. Okay.
All right.
So, by the way, with regards to the funding we have gotten back, I think that's a good thing in whatever shape.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
Yeah, it's
because in recent days you realize now, as I was even speaking about that same water situation in the south of the country.
Yeah, because I mean, for development over the years, water has been taken from has been sent down to the south. Because I mean, we can invite tourists here and the medical school here, and the people will come here and they don't have water.
Nah.
Right. So a lot of water was sent down. Water went down to the south, but to the detriment of
other areas.
Yeah, Laborie, Africa, Mardi Gras,
yes.
Woburn, and them places. Because they used to have a big tank on top of Woburn. But like, I don't know. But in closing, I would say, in Grenada, we have lakes, we have rivers, we have streams, we have rivers. It is unconscionable that in the year 2023, we do not have an adequate supply of water.
I agree, 100.
Whereas a place in St. Mark, Babylon, and Concord, which I think up in Pitietang also, there is enough water there to supply the whole of Grenada.
Definitely.
I think St. Mark alone could supply the whole of Grenada with water.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and then plus, remember, I don't know why the former Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell, did not, and they should investigate. We got $150 million. Dr. Mitchell stand up in a rally and shared it out. And today we don't know what happened to it. We don't know what's going on. I would humbly suggest that a special project team headed by a very good and knowledgeable engineer be given a project, let's say over the next 3 years with this $150 million, if we still have it, to put water all around Grenada, just like how Dr. Mitchell put electricity all
rural
around Grenada.
electrification.
Simple. All right, brother, good morning. Andrew, good morning.
Yeah.
And leave the man in the grass. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and then not only for, they could also use untreated water for farming thing to Igwe. But you see, the project is a good one, but what I wanted to zero on, you see, government is a continuum. Let's take it. Well, good morning.
Good morning, Masaka.
Iwago.
Hi there, and good morning, Igwe. Good morning to
How you
the
doing?
FM. I'm doing okay.
Oh, you sound
Good morning
well.
to the Real FM listeners.
Yeah.
Masaka, I want you to read over that document as it relates to that grant we get from the UK.
Yeah.
I want people to listen to what I am saying. Based on what I understand, and I am not saying this is what the minister said. I'll repeat myself. Based on what I understand, and I am not saying this is what the minister said. What I understand is the money received is for a project, water project, down in the south.
Yeah.
But what I understand from what it is said is that NMP beat up themselves and the money that was lost for the Western Corridor, and they get it back. But in the document that you read, it clearly states that the money for the Western Corridor hasn't received, hasn't been given, hasn't retrieved, hasn't returned, whatever word you want to use.
Listen that. Due to several factors, including significant project delays, the FCDO is also expressed regret that it has been unable to secure UK CIF funding for the capital phase of the Western Road Corridor Upgrade Project.
But that is what I'm saying. Based on what I understand from yesterday's meeting is that the money that was lost for the Western Corridor, the Western Main Road Corridor, Marlinia project with the Western Main Road Corridor, we get it back.
He say they lose it and we get it back.
They lose it, right?
That is why I'm reading what.
And they get it back. That is what I understand.
That is why I'm reading what they right now.
According to the document, because I read the document myself and I saw the document and I read it. It is for a water project in the south. So I would like you to read it over again so people would get it clear that money, that grant, and it is a grant we get, and it is a grant we get, and not a loan. Well, that grant we get is not the money that was lost. It's not what was lost. It's a money that is for another project. So read it out again so that persons would understand clearly. It is not the money that was lost and we get it back. This is the money for another project. It is a grant. It is a grant and not a loan. It is a grant for another project. So we still have to find out how are we going to get back that grant for the Marlinia project and the Western Corridor. Masakala listening with a sharp ear and a watching from the corner of my eyes.
In a lizard eye?
Yeah, okay.
All right. She make an important issue, you know. I agree the importance of the water project, and we can't forget it. Because if we cannot say we want to provide water only for the tourism belt at the end, and our citizens is in trouble, because now as I even speak of that. But, Igwe, the thing is simply this. Government is a continuum, Igwe, and trying to say that this one or blame this one, in my view, Igwe, is counterproductive. Is counterproductive. So when one read, as school children say, one has to understand or comprehend. One has to comprehend. You understand? And the word reconform. So, all I say now, they say now, NNP lose that and so on. If you look at the word reconform, it means it was conformed before. And when they went in Barbados, it was not in Barbados. Because after they came from Barbados, they say how NNP lose the project. But now you're seeing a different thing, reconform. You hear in grant. You hear in the UK people say it constrained with the UK budget. So just speak this truth. Just say there's a project there. We went, that was the discussion. The people claim that they have constraint. They could only give the grant for the water thing and not the Western. So don't say they lose it and we get it back. You're misleading the people. And that is my concern. Like I say, the project, the Southern Water Project is good, Igwe. It is timely, it is needed. You know? But not to mislead persons into believing they lose it and we get it back. It's like, you know, a competition. The campaigning done. You have to manage the country, manage its affairs. An excuse ought not to be made by you of saying or blaming another person. You on the horse. You direct it where to go. And that's what is the issue here, Igwe. And one has to be sure that you're looking to take care of the country and so on. Igwe. So, and that's the line I really want to read it. Due to several factors, including significant project delays, the FCD also expressed regret that it has been unable to secure the UKCIF funding for the capital phase of the Western Road Corridor project. You understand? And that's what is the crux of the matter.
We have a call on the WhatsApp.
Let's take it.
Hello, call on the WhatsApp.
Hello.
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 Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, Master Carl.
Here you go.
Oh, shit. Oh, what again?
Yes, speak.
Master Carl?
Yes, listen to the phone, yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Listen on the phone.
You hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
What the caller said is so true. The minister misleading people. The money they got is for the water project or whatever it is. And the one what he was talking about, the get back, that is for the project, what goes on with money and the others, that is not true. And he was even saying the past government got the money since in 2017, and they sit down and eat, and they got it back. So this is not true. This really is not true. They're misleading people. And they need to do better than that.
And in the House of Parliament that go on, eh?
Mm-hmm. That way those lie the most.
Because you go here, the UK government in an earlier letter, and they never tell us how that letter agree. They only say NNP lose the project. Listen, dated November 16, 2022. That was the same time they come out in Barbados, advised that it was unable to confirm the UK CIF funding for the capital phase of the Southern St. George Water Supply Extension Project and the Western Road Corridor Upgrade Project due to a number of reasons, which include the current uncertainty in the UK. You remember a lot of things changing Prime Minister and so on. Pressure on the UK aid budget. So these are the issues or the majority or the major issues that was attached to that particular issue. But no, when it came from Barbados, it was like NNP lose the project. Now the word reconfirm. They still going on with this thing. Just say as is, Igwe. We had discussion and here that the UK say uncertainty, the aid budget is XYZ, so we didn't get it. Stop trying to always make yourself look good. You know what I'm saying, Igwe? You call again?
No, not yet.
And that is the issue here, Igwe. Why I raise that? Because you see, as one say, you must read and understand. It is important so to do. And you must use certain words, reconfirm. Reconfirm simply tells you that there was a confirmation before. You didn't say confirm, reconfirm. But everybody had to take kudos. And anyway, I listened, not all of, but part of Parliament yesterday. And I recognize Real FM used to question the fact that there were no ministerial statements. Ministerial statements yesterday in a Pluto.
I tell you, dog show. Think his joke.
So at least you took that one advice, but there's a lot of more advice you ought to take. You agree? And that is the thing. Yeah, let's take it, Igwe.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Tom.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Igwe. Yeah. Mr. Carl, I'm going to address the topic on respect and disrespect.
Go ahead.
I'll speak in general. And the importance and the of when you respect people. When you, as people, we have to demonstrate that respect to one another. Alright? We say respect, there is no age limit for one to show the respect to one another. And we calling upon those in authority, lead by example. Lead by example. Because see, like you say in a house, when you see young children and they see you demonstrate that, that's what they want to do. Right? But I want to address mostly to the young people. You might reach a certain position, but remember your position you have and your education. yes, you might qualify, you might be able to get a job. But then what would disqualify you? You disrespect you put out there to the public, especially against the senior citizens of our country. And in life, no man will always stay young forever. They will get old. There comes a time we get older. Every day, every minute, every second, every month, we get older and older. And there's a saying, what you sow, that's what you shall reap. That's what you shall reap. I know that when we have children, and we children we try back and demonstrate that to us, say, I don't know where that child get it from. But what is shown to the senior citizen in your young days before, like the children come out, they do it back to you. So we have to be very careful how we treat people in society. People that help develop our country. We have to demonstrate respect with them. I'm going to respect no age limit. We have to show that to one another. And don't believe that you reach high and you have position as a young person or a senior, you will start to demonstrate that respect. Because your education isn't good, but your disrespect could disqualify you from going up high. I want to call upon young people and people in general, demonstrate a positive attitude to one another. And when you have a positive attitude and that qualification, there is no limit where you could reach. But when you lack that discipline, you lack that respect for one another, that what will happen to you, that keep you down in life. Mm-hmm. So I call upon young people, especially those in position, respect your seniors. Seniors have to show respect to one another. So that's my businessman.
All right, caller.
We have a next
Let's take it.
WhatsApp. Hello, caller on the WhatsApp.
Hi, good morning.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, morning. Master Kal, I'm just asking, how well do you know the Minister of Implementation?
I can't say I know him well. I know of him, but I don't really know him.
Do you know him as we say local term? Do you know him as the person that stammer?
Yes, sometimes. I listen to him speak a couple times and I get that thing. Stutter a bit.
Yeah, because I find most time he's stuttering so much and you could know when somebody not speaking the truth. So I just wanted to know if you know him as
Nah, I can't say.
Okay, I was just... Okay.
But the truth need no legal advice, you know. Truth always bear time, proves truth. So a lot of things is being said now, but we gonna know in the years to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he always fumbling to say things, and if you speak, the truth always come out for the truth. You don't have to fumble to say anything. So I just want to know if he does stutter, if he does stammer.
No, I can't vouch on that, so I wouldn't say that.
Okay then, all right, thanks very much.
All right, have a blessed day. Igor, you know anything of the gentleman?
Not really.
All right, you want next one?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Igwe. How are you?
I'm good.
Master Call, good morning.
Yeah, morning to you.
Happy Wednesday.
Bless.
So, two things. One, in the sitting of the Parliament yesterday, Honorable MP for Guav, she blatantly lied, and I need her to apologize to the Speaker of the House because she made it look like if, what he was saying, he didn't know what he was saying.
He didn't know what he was saying?
Yes, she said dogs. But when I was expecting her to stand up and apologize, she blatantly lied and said that she didn't say big dog, she said big boys, and she even goes so far as to tell the Speaker of the House, you're not hearing properly this morning, right?
Well, you could tell him that's how he bring himself.
Right. So all in all, that didn't settle well with me. I didn't like it, because I heard clear, and I know many other people heard it as well. If you didn't, you can fast forward to 2 hours, 26 seconds, and 10 minutes and 26 seconds on that.
What 2 hours was?
2 hours, 10 minutes, and 26 seconds. And you're listening from there. It is as clear as day. Another thing again, if this is not reverse psychology, I don't know what is. You're telling me that you win your seat, Nobody didn't run you, nobody didn't tell you. You win your seat, but yet for all, you choose to take the people's vote and go on the other side. No, that should be illegal. I don't know about anybody else, but that should be illegal.
In some countries, you can do it.
Okay. But that is something that I don't like. You win your seat wholly and solely, and it was so easy for you to do it. It means that it was something in the pipeline a long time ago. You understand? And that is something that is not settling with me as well. And also, Honorable Minister Delma, you stated you like to say that, your personality is not tainted and you're a people person and your character is intact. No. This is the part where your true character will be tested. This is the part where you have to show that you're a people person, because remember, Dr. Keith is for the poor and vulnerable. You could have run to him and, let him know that this is what is going on in my constituency, and he would let you do what you need to do for your people. Hence the reason why you kept your seat for all these years. Now, on the other side, so far, I have not seen this government haven't proven to me that they are for the poor and vulnerable. No, this is where you step in, Minister Delma. This is where you step in for the 150 that was taken away. This is where you step in. For the houses that was taken away and put on hold, this is where you step in. Let's see what you're going to do. Let's see how you really are a people's person, right? And let's see that your character is still intact and it won't get tainted. Now, another thing again is that, I don't know what kind of maths this is, but if Minister Andrews talk about the seed money is not enough. My God, in your campaign, you keep preaching, that don't enough. What do people go survive on that? But yet for all your minus 150, how does that work? Ms. Massacre, I don't like to be confused, and I don't like people tying me up. I just like the thing plain and clear and simple. Now you telling me it's not enough, but yet for all your minusing. How does that work? What kind of thing is this? Right? So that is basically what is on my mind this morning. And I hope that people would open their eyes and see exactly what is happening around them. Open your mouth and speak for your right. That is your right. You understand? We put them there. We employ them. A good job, to take care of us as citizens of this country. Right? Yes. So basically that is my... Have a wonderful day. Everyone in the diaspora, good morning. Have a wonderful day. Everyone in the four corners of Grenada, north, south, east, and west, have a wonderful day.
Stay safe, Connor.
Okay, bye.
Salient observation, but time will be the judge, Igwe. Same thing. Time will tell all.
We have a call on the WhatsApp. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
I thought you went away.
Good morning, everybody.
Yay.
I like to hear that last caller, trust me.
Yeah.
My thing this morning is I'm surprised she didn't call, or maybe she didn't have any time. But Dr. Clarice Modest stood up in Parliament and asked a question about the medication and stuff in Parliament yesterday.
Okay.
And the response to me was just crazy.
Nonchalant.
The thing is, yes, it's like, it's so, I mean, it's like, and they meet a bill from since 2021 and blah, 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 blah. And a whole long explanation as to why there is no medications at the different stations or in the
So they admit you don't have?
So, well, yes, it was admittance. And the reason why, to hear him state that there wasn't they met a bill from 2021 was atrocious, because you come into government to transform things. Shouldn't medication or shouldn't the health system be one of the first things you try to transform?
Paying people what they don't work for was a thing.
Shouldn't you have at least paid the bill, that bill, or at least some of the bill before you paid teachers that didn't work? Shouldn't you have paid that that bill, that for medication, before you took an increase in salary? Shouldn't you have paid that bill instead of traveling and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in how much month to travel? Shouldn't you have paid that bill instead of running and pay pension that you can't keep up with on a daily, on a monthly basis. Shouldn't you? That has no effect on the economy at all. These are the things that these people and them doesn't like. They don't think before they speak. An important thing like medication, and you're telling me that you meet a bill since 2021, so that is maybe a hindrance, right? These are what you've been complaining about healthcare for years.
But you meet the treasury full. You meet the treasury full too, you know.
Huh?
They made the treasury pregnant too. They didn't complain about that.
You meet a full. Your own whoever said it, I think it was the PM, said that the meet a treasury pregnant, and at the end of the day, no, you come here complaining about medication. Talking about you meet a bill from since 2021. My goodness. How can I excuse? How can I blame on the previous administration without the focus of fixing it? You come to transform, so fix it. You're sending home people and you're not employing people. I mean, you're not creating employment for people. I want year coming up and I want somebody to call me and tell me where this government would have created jobs for people. And why is it that they paid all these people and they paid themselves? Why they didn't borrow $2.something million from the GDP to pay off the if that could happen, if that can happen? I don't know if it could happen. Why they didn't borrow the money to pay off the bill? Or so they say, they claim that. But is it true? You blaming the previous administration for your lack of ability to manage the country. The lack of ability to manage Grenada, they blame the previous administration. But yet you met a full pregnant treasury, people were working, money was circulating, they put a cap on the gas price, they had reduced, they took out the tax on basic needs, there was free medication in the hospital available for patients. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There were scholarships, youths were getting employment. They were able to put how much thousands of people on the Imani program, and every time they would employ, they had men in empowerment programs. They had so much different things going on. But yet you come and complain about the previous administration because you lack the ability to manage this country. Have a good morning.
Bless.
So, what she's saying in essence, there you go. The leader of government business claiming, or whoever answered the question that they meet a bill. Let's go, Igwe. Let's take it.
Lie alone the line.
Let's take the call.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
To everyone. Let me tell all you something that's going on in this little Grenada here. If you have your children today, I didn't watch Parliament, but I watch it in the news. Mm-hmm. And you watch Parliament today, and you have the children, what you have to tell that you're doing something wrong. Why are you do that? Mm-hmm. You could correct all the children for what I see yesterday? All you do tell me could correct all the children? It does have youth parliament. So when they see this type of people getting in parliament now, you wouldn't get better from them. Because if you see them doing the same thing what they see adults doing, you will say, you used to do it too. I used to watch parliament long, you know. When I listen to a lady when the first parliament on GBN, innocent, that was parliament. She said, Innocent Aska, you didn't used to watch Parliament all the time? That stupidness and them used to go on there, I didn't used to watch it. Well, the good Parliament come, and I just don't see in the good Parliament showing me no progress. I just don't understand in we Grenadians. If I hate you, you know what I wouldn't say about you. Let me make a little understand. Seed program cut. The former minister was run over. I don't hear she talk about it. the majority of people in her community lose their job. I don't hear she addressing it to the Prime Minister. Check it out. And all other little things going on. Cost of living, high employment rate is hitting sky high. I don't hear that she addressed it to the Prime Minister. She's a woman of integrity. How she using she word. I don't know where she get she word from, but if she know the meaning of it, I think she would have said better than that. I would do better than that. You cannot live in this country today. I'm telling you, Sunday, thanks to this, thanks to that, but I don't hear thanks to Dr. Mitchell yet. I don't hear that. Dr. Mitchell take her from nowhere and bring her to some way, and I don't hear the thanks. Instead of I watch her, how she moving in Parliament yesterday. She says she in Parliament 15 years. And I never see that do that in Parliament. She want to show she colors. She's showing she colors, but I want to see how long she go show she colors. I want to see. That's what I want to see. Carl, when we talking about it, you brexing out from it. Is it your friend? When they're wrong, make them know they're wrong. I see you brexing out from it. And Sunday, I go to tell you that from it.
Well, you're doing enough talking on it.
In the wickedness. You're busy to come and talk about CIA, CBS, and this and that and the other. But talk when they do wrong.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the issues that are affecting me and you.
Well,
cost of living, gas price, food price. I don't get distracted by things while I'm doing nothing for us.
We don't get attractive, you know. Let me make Ali to understand. I help Dr. Mitchell clean out.
Everything go happen in the fullness of time.
I help Dr. Mitchell clean out the termites and them inside the house. I sweep up the house well clean. All NMPIs come in. Don't forget to take out all your ID. Come in.
You telling people to register?
But you have to tell all NMPIs.
No people close to you.
Don't forget to. If I do what?
There are people close to you talk to every day. That's what we have to do.
That is with me. You know me as the spokeswoman. They say they hear me as the spokeswoman. I don't know. They believe I don't know how to manage country. I know how to talk. I know what to do. I don't know. I do it for Mr. Coach. And everybody, I know come on. Everybody say he's losing his seat. And when I go out there and I walk the street and I bring it back for him.
So you have work to do.
He go back in office. Everybody say he's losing his seat. You check it out? So when instead of he used to work for who inside it, I work at Hermitage when they sit, you know. When I come and I start, it's other stuff. Because when I was working, campaigning, when we get on the ground, we go Davie, we go Prospect, we go Redmond, we didn't getting good reply.
Okay.
And when we come back for us to say what we hear, the response was good. I listening to these people and some of us didn't give the good response. And because every day we go, we have to come and say what we hear and what we pick up.
Yeah.
And I listening them and say the response was good. They don't question, I don't answer them. And I said, no, we don't supposed to do what we do in day. And nobody wouldn't hold me down in next one, you know. Next one, nobody can hold me down. I on the ground, and I'm going to make everybody do what they
do on the ground.
Have a blessed morning.
Well, you take care.
All I need.
So don't worry your head too much about empty treasury. Empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary rate, and we know how to run our country.
So when the caller indicated that you respond to the question by on medication and about bill, that the same guys are they know how to find money?
Yeah, that
so find the money and pay the bill?
Yeah. As coach told me to ask you, the speaker can't tell him nothing about putting his tie on his shoulder. That's not disrespect.
By that thing, a lot of people will speak about, but I don't really know.
So somebody had to tell him, man, put on his tie jet.
He take out a picture some time ago and the cruise ship people call him and fix it and he didn't tell him nothing.
I can't remember man in House of Parliament and he tied his shoulder like he on the block. We have a caller there. Good morning.
Good morning, Master Carl. Good morning, Igwe.
Hey.
Morning.
How y'all doing?
Wago.
We good.
Are they?
We jamming.
You just hear the man say they know how to get find money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am happy that you all have the records, and I really want to compliment you guys on the search for the truth and the spreading of the information to the Grenadian public.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear you reading documents there, and to be honest with you, I have to put on a hat so that I could take it off, but I have to take my hat off to you. That you get the authentic information that you can pass on to persons. And it shows that you aren't just coming and blah, blah, and just saying, we have this, we have that, we know how to do this. No. You come with the facts and you have the documentation. No, that shows that you respect the Grenadian people. And you respect them and you expect them to have some measure of intelligence and common sense to be able to analyze things and to see what is truth and to separate truth from lie. Now, very much unlike my colleague MP, Honorable Telesford, I was extremely disappointed with the response, but where I had the opportunity to speak, because I cannot speak in ministerial statement like others on the other side, because I'm not a minister.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it on a personal explanation because it's not personal, it's national.
Yeah.
And therefore, the only place I had, so persons might even be wondering why I wait till the end. That was where I could have brought it up at this time.
Yeah.
Unless I had a written question, which I didn't have. But I thought the matter was urgent enough for me to raise it in cabinet. It's our parliament. And that is where I had the opportunity, just in case people are wondering. Now, yes, I was shocked at the response that he gave. First of all, I was shocked. I have to go back a little bit there, and I beg your indulgence, and I'm watching the clock. Sometimes I know I take too long. I have to go back. I was shocked at his response to the leader, the honorable leader of the opposition, the question about the selection of the Labour Commissioner. I have never heard such a ridiculous response in my life, such an arrogant response, and I'm wondering what is happening to our honorable house. Because the government is responsible for everything, and the Public Service Commission the information is available to the government. The government should not seek to influence the decisions or the judgment, but if there is a question, of course, they will inform the government. These were the grounds, these were the criteria for selection, and these were the grounds. So again, he came up with that stupid answer, disrespecting the Grenadian people and insulting their intelligence. And I really hope this changes. So coming back now to the situation with the job, the same thing. You know, you came in 2022, 2021, people are so from payday to payday. Month end you pay and you take. So when the next month come, you go say, well, you had a bill from let's say, okay, we were in May, and let's say you paid in April and you took in April, and when May come, you have to pay. So, and government is a continuum, and I think that is what they're failing to understand. They take praises for work that they never started, that they knew nothing about, that contracts were signed, and that money was allocated to get done, and the work got done. That is the only reason any project has concluded in the past year. It's because NNP laid the foundation and did the contracts and did all the groundwork. That is why this work is finished. So to just take blame, all of these things are I find it very insulting to the Grenadian public. All of us may not have a degree, but we have common sense. And I hope Grenadians are listening and analyzing what is happening. So I have a long list of medication. So the first thing was to go back to 2021. As you said, you meet a pregnant treasury. What is $2 million to pay to make sure that people get adequate treatment? And the OECS PPS, let me tell you, my experience with them is that if you show a willingness to pay, so you engage them. Well, we know we owe you, but we're working on it. And you pay something down, you pay something, they will give you medication because they understand the importance of having a supply of medication in every country, but they understand it more for the OECS. And so they would have advanced. You didn't have to pay the $2 million. They don't say pay everything before you do it. This has been the experience, and I'm sure this is what it is. And we never heard the minister say that they made an effort, they paid 50 cents, or they paid $1. They're grappling with it. How are you grappling with it and you could do so many other things that you want to do, and that is pleasing to you? And you know, one of the sisters who spoke previously, she was asking some very, very pertinent questions. How could you run and do X, Y, Z, and you don't have medication? I have the list in front of me. I would not take the time, so don't get nervous there. But I just give you some...
No. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
With that level of information, we ain't stopping here.
Yeah, go ahead. We want it.
Brother Carl, we have a long list of antibiotics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 antibiotics. You know what that is? For infection. And there's nothing that you could use.
Just be 2 questions, though. Somebody asked me to find out from you if we are owing on medication.
Let me tell you, there'll always be situations where you're owing, and I'll tell you why. You pay, you order, they send, and you pay. So it's not like you must pay all the money up front to get your drugs. So when you pay, and they see, well, there's a willingness to pay and so on, you send in your order.
Not like Andy.
He's my friend, I ain't say nothing there. But, and they will advance the drug, so you will always be owing, realistically, right? So I do not know. I wasn't the Minister for Health, and maybe the former Minister for Health might have an opportunity now to speak to that. But I would not know the exact status, but I know that historically we have been owing from time to time, as all other OECS countries owe, because of how the system works. You order, you may pay something up front if you have it, but I don't think anybody ever paid. I have been to several of the meetings, and nobody ever paid up front. They advance it to you, and you pay as you are able. You don't even have to pay all, you pay a portion. And if in the past year, we almost in June, So this throwing blame on NNP has to stop. You are the government in office. You gave you had all the solutions in your hands. How to deal with money, how to ignore IMF and World Bank, and where to get what and what to do. And instead of that, some people have gone inside there, and since they went in there, they have been only serving their own interests and their own purposes. So, yes, so that is one. So whether we owe or not, if now from 2021 to 2023 middle, we could only owe $2 million. Drugs are expensive. And if we only owe $2 million now, it means that in 2021 we could not have been owing a lot. And if the government had shown a willingness, and if they had taken some of the money that they met in the pregnant treasury to pay it, that would have been resolved. So that is my answer to that one. You had a second question? You had a second question?
No, because what we found in essence, Mr. Telesford was saying, you don't have medication because NNPDO.
Yes.
But they tell the people NNP didn't good and put them in They made the treasury pregnant. They pay teachers 1 point something million what they didn't work for. So that could have go towards medication for the people.
Well, it's a matter of prioritizing and timing.
Yeah.
What you do, and they have shown no discretion, no rationality in how monies are spent and how they prioritize. Because the same people that you may give a lump sum are the same people who may fall sick and end up there needing the antibiotics, the painkillers, petidine, morphine, fentanyl. None of them. Sedatives. People with anxiety and some of these sedatives are also used for anesthesia when people are being put to sleep, for surgery, some of them. Medication for hypertension. Medication for mental problems.
That one are the one what are really thing, mental people.
A gentleman, after I spoke on Sheldon's program the other day, the man called me, told me his daughter is she's on those medications, 2 medications. He used to get both of them in the government dispensary because you could well understand that there are a lot of people who have mental problems, whatever it is, that maybe they don't have a steady job or something like that. Some do, because mental illness is not something for us to abhor and think that, once somebody has that, they cannot function. There are some people who function very well with proper medication or psychotherapy, whatever it is. They function very well. But there are some who cannot. And therefore, over the years, from government to government, these medications have been made available with that in mind, that many of them will not be able to get it for themselves. They are at the exorbitant cost of the, maybe private sector or whatever. And so they have made it available, even if it's at a cheaper rate, $10, $15, whatever. So the 2 that gentleman used to get, he has to get both of them now from the private sector. And this is affecting, and we know the state of the economy at this time, and the cost of living, and how people are suffering. And so we add that burden and that stress to these people. Chemotherapy drugs, cancer doesn't wait. Antifungal, oxytocin. God help the women who need to get some help for delivery. I don't want to go into medical details. Other painkillers, things for vomiting, things for cleaning wounds, dressing for wounds, all kinds of things. Supplements, the little vitamins, the little zinc, and so on. No. So we are in a serious situation, and you just come with a kind of excuse. You cannot even assure the people. You're trying a whole year. You're in government. You're trying to pay a part of a $2 million debt. So the minister has to get the leader of government business, and the minister, he has to get real and pay some respect to the Grenadian people and do not insult their knowledge. He said it was a short list of 6. I didn't number them now, but I have about 40 here on the list.
Yeah.
And so Brother Carl, I think I really appreciate the people who call in, because, and sometimes I listen and I say nothing because I want to hear them. I want to hear what you all have to say. Sometimes you find out things that I don't even know. So to be honest with you, it comes to me as a little, or maybe I know it, but I don't have all the details you have. So, I mean, kudos to you and all of the others who are on the program at different times.
Yeah.
And to Brother Igwe, kudos to you guys. Keep up that work going. And, let us respect the Grenadian people and to spread the truth as well, because the truth will make us free. And we don't have to be afraid of the truth.
Right.
So, I don't know, do you have any other question? I'm looking to run off.
No, Doctor.
Nada.
We're out of time too.
But I could always make that list available to you,
Yes.
And I think what
well, you know how to find me.
I know how to find you.
All right.
And make it available, but it's not 6.
All right, so make it available because we need to inform the people. And these are the issues we need to let the people know.
We have always been resilient.
Than getting distracted with melee.
Survived. Let us keep on doing what we do, right?
and just and put God first.
All right.
It feel like the time has creeped up on us, but
You know when you're having fun, how it is?
how to,
You know it is when you're having fun.
yeah, that information from Dr. Modest was timely.
Mhm.
And it brings to light that issue, Igwe. We play the clip. One, we know how to find money, we know how to get money. So the excuse of owing should not be an excuse. Because by their own admission, they know how to find money. Then she spoke about priority. Because the priority was to make promises, keep. You pay teachers almost the same amount of money you owe to save the lives of a whole population. So Igwe, and to the listeners, thanks for contributing. Thanks, Dr. Modest, for that timely calling. We'll see you on Friday, Igwe, when we do the radio turn for the Gentleman House
Yes.
again, born.
Yes.
All right, so take care. Thank you.
All right.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.